Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kudash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Now in this lesson, I'm going into what is the mustard seed of faith talking about? What is the mustard seed of faith talking about? Okay, and it's very important that we go through this in the spirit and understand more and more until that great day that's coming, man. Okay, it's approaching fast. If you're spiritually paying attention, okay, it's speaking, man. All right, the prophecies are moving in the spirit, so we have to be prepared, knowing what the just shall live by faith. So we understand that. Okay, so we have to understand what it's talking about, referring to the mustard seed of faith. Okay, let's read it again. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 17, but let's jump back up to verse 14 and roll through. Verse 14, it says, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and so vexed, for oftentimes he falleth into the fire and often into the water. Okay, and that reminds me of 2nd Esdras when it talks about that thin line in between to get to the kingdom, and you got a fire on one side and the water on the other side. Okay, so in other words, these demons possessed his son and had him going off in all kinds of ways, man, of wickedness and evil. All right, those demons were very strong on his son. Verse 16, and I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation. Now we see here that Yahushua does not like you to be faithless. He don't like it. And Yahweh put that spirit in Yahushua. Okay, to be that way, to be the example for us. Okay, so you got to catch these things, man. Okay, then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation. Okay, he was irritated. All right, how long shall I be with you? Question, how long shall I suffer you? Question, bring him hither to me. And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed. Now let's stop here for a second. Okay, when it talks about if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, we understand that a mustard seed is the smallest seed, okay, of the herb, of the trees. It's the smallest seed, okay, but that's not talking about small faith. Okay, it's not talking about small faith. Let's make it clear so we understand. It's not talking about small faith. All right. I know in the past and different, I've heard different brothers bring this up, this scripture. Okay, but they don't go all the way into it to understand it. All right. Let's start over. Verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. You can't do that with small faith. Okay? Small faith is not going to remove a mountain. It's not going to do it. And that mountain is not talking about an actual mountain. It's symbolic because a mountain is huge. So when you think about it, you think about the challenges you have in your life that seem so big and it seems impossible for it to go away because you don't have the strength. Well, if you're counting on yourself and owning yourself, you ain't going to move nothing because you got to move it through the names of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. That's the power of being connected sincerely to those names. Okay, got to break that down for those who don't understand. All right, back to the scripture. If you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. That is not with small faith, that nothing shall be impossible to you. Okay, let's make that clear. It's about within, because what is within the mustard seed? Yeah, it's the smallest, but what is coming out of that small seed? Big. Okay, a lot. All right, the biggest tree, because though it's the smallest seed, when it grows, it's the biggest tree. Okay, so we're talking about the spirit, the inner man within. Do not focus on the small seed, the mustard seed being small, and then connecting that to small faith. No, because if you do that, you're missing the breakdown. You're missing the point. You're missing the edification. Okay, it's talking about within you, faith within you. You're little, we're the lowest, but within you can come out big to do big things with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, let's go to Matthew chapter 8. Let's start at verse 22. It says, but Yahushua said unto him, follow me, and let the dead bury the dead. And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. So imagine, okay, the water is moving hard, man. The storms are happening in the sea, okay? And the waters are so big and so moving that the waters are coming over the ship. So that's a scary situation. That's a scary situation, okay? Think about that in real time. Imagine yourself, close your eyes. Imagine yourself on the ship, all right? And all this water and storms and the skies look scary and changing, all purple and dark, lightning, all right? And the waters are coming on the ship, man. Okay, just imagine. Back at verse 24, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea. Keyword great. Okay, it wasn't small. Insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. Yahushua was asleep. Verse 25, and his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. They were scared. And he said unto them, why are you fearful, O you little of faith? Okay, you see that? O ye little of faith. Okay, so Yahushua rebuked little faith. That's how you know right there you cannot look at the mustard seed being small and connecting that to small faith. No, Yahushua didn't like small faith. He wanted you to increase your faith, big faith. Why you think he was doing what he was doing? The miracles, to increase faith, okay, to increase hope, to understand that nothing shall be impossible to you if you deal with us. Okay, if you align yourself with us, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, let's read it again. Verse 26. And he said unto them, why are you so fearful, O you little of faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the man marveled, saying, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Okay, do you hear that, man? All right, so Yahushua was teaching big faith. He was not teaching little faith. So you're not going to move no mountains. You're not going to calm no sea. All right, you're not going to be calm in a situation where it's a great storm and the whole waters are going on the ship. And you're like, oh shit, how are we going to get out of this? You got to walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, walk by faith and not by sight if you want to move things. All right, through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Things are going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. What you see is going to get worse. Period. There's no way around it. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. But Yahushua said, in me you shall have peace. We have to understand that through our faith, the peace we have. That's why it speaks about in Romans chapter 5, 1-2, it talks about what? Being justified by faith in Yahushua. Therefore, we have peace with the Father. It is powerful. We got to focus on this more. The just shall live by faith. So I just proved it right there. Oh, you little faith. Yahushua didn't like that. So when you go back, okay, and I'll read it again, Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, and Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, If you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, right, what is within the mustard seed? Okay, what is within? A big old tree that's going to sprout out, the biggest. Okay, and through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, though we're little on the earth, we're lowly, we're meek. Okay, we're bigger than everybody else. We're going to sprout bigger than everybody else through the power in the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now you understand what it's really talking about? All right, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. With that big faith, okay? Let's go into Luke chapter 17, verse 5. It says, and the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. Right, increase. Now check out what he said after that. Verse 6, and the Lord said, Yahushua speaking, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, he said it again, to increase, not little. All right, he's schooling them right now. He's teaching them. Y'all want big faith? Okay, let me show you. Let me teach you. Let me say this. So again, how you going to tie increase our faith with little faith? No. Again, it's not talking about the seed being little, connecting it to little faith. No. Okay. No. All right. We are little. We are the lowest on the earth. All right. We got brought low. So we need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to sprout us up. Okay. Back at verse 6. And the Lord said, if you had had faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you might say unto the sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. Right. That is power. Yahweh Shai is teaching power, spiritual power. That's what he's teaching right here. Okay. But you can't get into that. You can't tap into that if you're not increasing your faith to a bigger level to do these things. Because think about it. If your faith is little, all right, the bigger, scarier sight you see is going to drown you out because your faith is too little. That's why they panicked on the ship, because their faith was little. All right, period, man. Yeah, they have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to even follow and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but they still needed to increase, and so do you. So do you. You got to carry this mindset. Back at verse 5, and the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. We got to be in that mind state. Okay? Let's end it on this. Romans chapter 1, verse 17. It says, for therein is the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai revealed from faith to faith. That is growth. From faith to faith. Okay? Increase your faith. Increase it like the grain of a mustard seed within. Back at verse 17. Start back from the top. For therein is the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. So there you go. So that's the breakdown. That's the proper understanding when you talk about the faith of a mustard seed. You really got to understand what it means so that you can tap into it. All right. So with that, Lord willing, I'll come with a part 2. I hope you're edified. I'm going to give our praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Qudash. Give me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to Akamah that is doing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.